Kitchen. This is our very first episode, and I couldn't be more excited than to make my chocolate chip cookies. These chocolate chip cookies are the best in the world. There is not a single time that I've made them that I haven't been asked for the recipe. So let's get started. Let's get our oven preheated to 170 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Here are the ingredients you'll need for this recipe. Feel free to pause. I'll list the ingredients in the description below. So into our bowl goes our butter and our brown and white sugars. If you're having quite a cold day like we are here and your butter's a little bit hard, take yourself a mug and fill it with boiling water. Empty out that water and place it over the butter just to allow it to soften a little bit. This will make sure that your butter doesn't melt and it's soft enough to mix into the sugars. Let's crack our egg and get it into our mix. You really want to make sure that egg gets mixed in completely before adding anything else. Now I'm a big fan of vanilla, so I just free pour my vanilla into my cookies. About 2-3 teaspoons, whatever you like. Now let's set that bowl aside and get started with our dry ingredients. So to our bowl, we'll add our plain flour. You can use all-purpose here as well. And then the rest of our dry ingredients. So baking soda, salt, and corn flour or cornstarch, depending on where you are. You'll want this white powdery stuff, not the yellow granulated stuff. Give that a bit of a whisk and get it ready to go into your wet ingredients. So let's get our flour mix into our butter mix. All in one go. Give it a good mix all together before we add our chocolate. You can do this in a stand mixer or with a hand mixer as well, but it's quite nice to make chocolate chip cookies by hand. There's something a little bit more homey and rustic about it. And now for my favorite part, the chocolate. So I've done a mixture of dark and milk chocolate, but you can do whatever you like. I cut my bars up into quite large chunks. It allows for a really ooey gooey ooziness out of the cookie, which is what everybody wants in a chocolate chip cookie.
Chocolate in it. Who doesn't like chocolate?
Stir that chocolate in and we're ready for the oven. I think I could just eat that off the spoon.
But you shouldn't.
No, I don't care. Scoop your cookies onto your tray. I use one of these fancy little cookie scoops, but you can use 2 spoons. Works just as well. As you can see here, my dough is quite stiff. You do want it to be a very stiff dough or you'll find that your cookies spread too much and you'll have flat, unappetizing chocolate chip cookies. If you do find that your dough is quite wet, pop it in the fridge and that will allow the butter to set up a little bit. These will go into the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes until the edges start to get golden brown and the middle still look a little bit uncooked. They will have that residual cooking once they come out of the oven, so don't worry, they won't be raw in the middle. Let those cool on the tray for a few minutes and then transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. I'm going to move them over to that wire rack. I know that you'll want to eat them straight out of the oven. They smell that amazing, but I promise they'll be better if you just let them set up that little bit more because your inside is pretty mushy right now. That is the chocolate chip cookie of your dreams. It's crunchy on the outside. It's ooey, chewy, gooey on the inside. All I can say is pour yourself a glass of milk and enjoy. Thanks for watching Black Cat Kitchen. That was our chocolate chip cookies, the best in the world. Make sure you like and subscribe and we'll see you next time.